Hello, good day everyone, and welcome again to our video here. So we're just gonna do a little bit of a deep dive regarding our our topic for now. So of course, you're already familiar. This will be the second video that we will be covering this topic. So so brace yourself, because this time we're just gonna dig into the rabbit hole. Do keep in mind, of course, as a disclaimer, that this is a rumor treadmill. Take note, rumor treadmill. So we all know about Reddit. Sometimes they say yes, they say no, and sometimes they're just basically a Reddit thing. So anyway, with all that, oh yeah, by the way, for introductions, just call me Operator 214. So we're just covering up this topic as factual as we can, without as factual as we can, as much as possible. And like I said, these comments that we'll be covering are not made by me. These are made from users on Reddit all over the Philippines. So anyway, let's begin. So of course, this is an introduction. It says that it's a scholarship based finding scholars in the Philippines. That this one got me off the rails. This is made by username Kiliboy Layaba or something like that. This one got me on the scholarship program is approved by European Safety ESA, claimed to be partners with Blue Sky Aviation, though it specified although it wasn't specified, it is one from Delhi, which is closest, or the one in Kuchek. We all know that this was basically the introductions. So we have a ton of comments coming from several Reddit users here. Of course, for confidentiality, that would be nice that they keep it as a username, because we don't got them to be flagged. Of course, as you can see here, this is stated 2 years ago. Now, I would just like to say that it doesn't matter if it's 2 years, 5 years, or 500 years. As long as this comment has validity, I think that will say it for the same. So it should be said here, this was 2 years ago, that they should be registered in DTI if they are collecting money here in the Philippines. And I saw someone who tried making a fake account from age 15. Yeah, this was of course during the early days. There was no age verification. Yeah, that's what happened. Oh man, I thought they were strict about the screening. Okay. Of course, they passed. They won the 300. Oh, okay. This is from YCOB. Of course, people passed. They won the $300 for second assessment. Then they'll fail you for not being qualified and pocket the money. So he made some computations here. $300 to 1,000. Probably he's mentioning here this 1,000 is individual. So that's around $300,000, assuming there are 1,000 suckers out there. Well, I don't want to laugh about this because it turns out there are more than 1,000 suckers out there in real life. Of course, this was made during 2 years ago. It was not known how many people were actually taking the exam. So I don't know the exact numbers, to be honest. I myself don't know it, but I do know that it's a lot, as in lots. So yeah, that's not anyway, let's begin. Let's go for another one. So this is Spons Gregorio. This seems like a scam. Their sites and FB page are both riddled with errors and lies. You would think that a reputable organization would be done better managing at the quality of their domains. And if it's not enough to convince, how is it that they initiated these programs in the country since years ago, but still post about it being the first time in the country as once in a lifetime opportunity? Aren't they supposed to shift their sites to other countries each year like they said? Besides, if they can handle the whole sponsorship, why not shoulder the mystery 300 fee along with it? Okay, so yeah, he does have a point here. If it's this saying, which was of course on the early videos, they said that they would be doing some rotations on Southeast Asian countries. How come you don't see the Malaysians and or Thailands or Indonesians doing their thing? It's either one, it doesn't exist at all, or two, well, they're specifically targeting the Philippines. I don't know. Of course, this is just a rumor treadmill. It may be right, it may be wrong. So anyway, we'll just continue because I want to keep this short, because recording time is but unfortunately there are so many red flags here that it will take not only 4 minutes for me, or 5 or 10 minutes. It will probably take me an hour. From my POV or point of view, if we aspirants will ask them to pay for $300 assessment fee, which one does have a payment because it's a third-party provider? Then I don't know. It might be worth it if some of us fail. Maybe it's not for us to decide if we really want to gamble $300 if we don't. Just let it go. That's actually a given, and so the point still stands. Remember, it's a two-stage assessment. They're supposedly so confident about their methods. Why doesn't it apply to assess them as well? If they're so good, then why should it be able to narrow down the most capable prospects on the first stage? The way few failures wouldn't hurt them. What's the point in giving guarantees if it's cut short? You might not have noticed, but it means gambling should it be a question, and that's one or more minor bits right there. Well, actually, this is not updated information. He says it's a two-stage, but in reality, it's actually a three-stage. As far as I know, actually, it's about 3 or 4 stage. So, yeah. Of course, like I said, this was 2 years ago. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's 2 years ago. The information here or comments here are not doesn't have hold value. It may be 500 years, but the comment may still stand for 500 years, but it does give a point. So anyway, yeah. Bulk 57 username says here, first stage is more career personality test. You can't know right away who amongst the examinees are the best based on that. On my opinion only, shouldering the cost of the exam depends on the motivation, willingness of the applicant. If not, let it go. Focus on the things you can control. It is replied by Fonts et Rodrigo. Oh, you really don't understand a thing, I said. It's like one of those swish moments. I mean, you could try rereading and pondering if you want. I doubt any more explanations would help. Bulk 57 replies, I understand your point about $300 fee for the second assessment, and I respect that. But I have my opinions too, and it's just that what it is. There is a fee for the second test to be shouldered by the applicant. Doesn't matter if the applicant can afford it or willing to take the risk or questioning the program. Fonts et Rodrigo replies again, problem is that it's also negative. Analysis isn't openly subjected. They themselves set the path for how things would proceed, and they mess it up with their scheme with their all loopholes. It would have been understandable if they had gone for an approach involving less guarantees, but they didn't, and that's their mistake. People like you should know analysis isn't about I respect that and other niceties. You are just fooling yourselves thinking it contributes to anything. This is all about uncovering all the facts to actually help people, and you're basically just using your emotions for no reason other than what you just feel in your guts. Your sense of balancing situations is off too. Not only that, you've missed every other point there is. Understanding is different from knowing. You just know my point based on what is said, but actually understand it hasn't occurred to you given yet. Your belief that oh my god, this is very long. Your belief that doesn't matter, obvious that don't care about these people. Why are you even here? You're supposed to. Alright, so if I'm just gonna have this is kind of funny, but I'm gonna ask my I'm gonna ask my computer here just to do that. That all talking, because honestly all this reading is really making my throat tired. Okay, so we'll just go with it says afraid inspector. This being discussed also at LinkedIn, and she wants to have a meeting with the article author. Sorry, that's all about. Okay, Buhangin, if I may just add, please refer this link to the post. Okay, so they're referring to a link with this one. Kuya Nova. Okay, what this? It may change. Okay, I'm just gonna have to let the computer read this out. Not really good at this. Or I'm getting tired at the
1.
Right.
Have you had updates about the group calls they were setting?
Right.
Also, gotta point out how most of the comments give negative remarks about this sponsorship.
Right.
Though, we'll see how this group call goes. It might change my mind if she's able to give light to the shades we're throwing.
Okay, so basically they're referring to this conference that was held during 2 years ago. So, yeah. Okay, so Buhang in here, we'll just let our computer read this out so that I won't get my throat tired.
1. No updates yet about the group call. We'll check on his profile every once in a while. Pretty sure he'll keep us posted. And yeah, the comments were mostly negative. Not to mention, they came from highly respected individuals.
Alright.
Nonetheless, the fact that CADETPILOT.AERO is willing and open for discussions is still a reason to give them the benefit of the doubt. We'll see how this goes.
Okay, so Hot Maximum 6798 says looking forward for the next update. So this is made points or red flags made by indication full 5849, and I'm just gonna let the computer read this out because, like I said, my throat is getting tired. I don't want to.
1. TLDR, it is unknown how the program will be funded.
Yeah, okay, that's a red
no
flag.
guaranteed airline job needs further details and communication.
Okay.
The number of shortlisted candidates is unknown.
This is
If the program is fully sponsored, why not also sponsor the $300 fee?
Okay, so the number 3 here is actually the number of shortlisted candidates is unknown. Yeah, during this time it was unknown, and of course the management never said a specific number. They said it depends on how will the situation turned out. But since the result is already came out 2 years fast forward, and that's a long time to be honest, the number of shortlisted candidates right now is 2. Now I don't know about how many they will take on the next batch, but for now the current number still stands, which is number 2, the ones that you are looking at on their website. So anyway, Arthur Blues just says here from the username, but it's just basically some accusations, so I'm not gonna read it out. I am gonna let the computer do this one. Okay, computer, do your thing.
Guys, please don't compare this to Cebu Pacific, haha. Cebu Pacific is a legit Filipino airline that has actual operations.
Right.
They already onboard a lot of their cadets from their cadetship program.
Oh, sorry.
With this you know you will have a job.
Right.
Unlike CADETPILOT.AERO, which sounds like a predator just wanting your hard-earned money.
Oh my god, what the crap is that? Anyway, okay, let's go on the next comment because I'm not the one making the comments here. This is comment made by Necessary Strategy 20 based on their right. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this one and just read it out. I am transforming the comments on Reddit in a transformative way.
Based on their application form the part for processing your personal data, it only leads you to a blank document which looks fishy right from the start. HTTPS CADETPILOT.AERO GDPR. By checking the box, I agree with processing of my personal data. I also tried emailing GDPR at CADETPILOT.AERO, which is the email they provided in their privacy policy document. Chrome extension fa-nibcatchviewer.html furl equals https%3a%2f%2f www.cadetpilot.aero%2 privacypolicy.pdf.
Oh my, that's a mouthful.
Gmail tagged it as address not found. Address not found. Your message wasn't delivered to GDPR at CADETPILOT.AERO because the address couldn't be found or is unable to receive mail.
I think they.
Hope this helps.
Yeah, I think this was the earlier issue back then. That the email wasn't functioning. I don't know. I never tried emailing them to be honest. Real one saying it's a scam. Okay. Cauliflower says read the LinkedIn thread. Someone posted it. Pilots the real one saying it's a scam. Yeah, actually, to be specific, Cebu Pacific pilots and Philippine Airlines pilots, but I'm not gonna mention their names. And up to till now, that is still their comment for some reason. Anyway, Agreeable Relief 382 says, okay, just gonna read out because we got a lot of, I'm gonna get tired reading this out, so I'll just let the computer do their thing about this.
Hi, can't seem to find it by searching Cadet Pilot on LinkedIn. If you happen to be browsing around there, Can I please have a link to one of the posts pertaining it's a scam? Thanks.
Okay.
Hope this helps.
Right. So this was from Meli Finos. This is a very long. I'm not gonna read this out. I'm gonna let the computer read this out because I don't like reading that long. So, yeah.
Hello. I
Wow.
was able to personally connect with Ms. Hallett, the program coordinator of CADETPILOT.AERO, and I'd just like to share our exchange.
Okay.
Question: there's been quite a lot of circulating doubts in Reddit and LinkedIn regarding the legitimacy of the program, and I would just like to ask how many applicants will be shortlisted for the second psychometric screening? The $300 testing fee has been a topic of debate given that this isn't a small amount for average Filipino income.
Yeah, that's correct.
We're all curious why this fee couldn't be subsidized together with the program. A. There is a set percentage that applicants need to reach to be able to pass the first assessment.
Right.
The ones who will reach this percentage will be invited to the second assessment.
Basically a cutoff, I
The
guess.
payment of $300 is for the second assessment, which is advanced and can identify specific skill sets that we are looking for. We have acquired professionals, team of psychologists and instructors from a third-party company, specifically
Okay.
to check and oversee the results.
Right.
The first part of the assessment is free of charge, because we do not want those who do not qualify to proceed to the assessment that requires payment.
All right.
Unfortunately, it is equally impossible for us to pay for everyone who will take the second assessment. And we do not want to misuse our resources to those who are not serious or are just trying to apply just because it is for free. Expect that there will be a significant number of applicants that will be eliminated in the first assessment. As for your concern
Okay.
regarding the legitimacy, kindly check the certifications of our training organization, Blue Sky Aviation, in our website in the section About Us. Also, our business registration number for CADETPILOT.AERO has always been available on the website and can be found online with minimal research.
Right.
Here are the link for your reference.
Okay. So, Critical String 3243 says, even if we're sure that the program is legit, $300 would be a pain if you ever paid it, but it didn't pass. Okay, Glenn says, may I ask if anyone has any updates on the program, especially legitimacy updates on the first psychometric assessment results? Thank you. Mosky Blue says, I just recently paid $300. Damn, I hope this is legit. If not, winter is coming. I guess he's referring to Game of Thrones back then, the final season. Anyway, Kiliboy Yaba says, update boss, if you pass, best of luck. Trek and Chan says, best of luck mate, I hope that you will pass while taking the risk, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. So this is mostly, thank you for your interest, Miss Cadet Digital Fighter. Yeah, they're mostly saying credentials here, we'll skip that. What's the cable? Dear applicant, we're pleased to inform you. This is the actually the notice given on the first exam. We're not gonna read that because it's kind of long, and this is the typical more like the envelope saying that you pass. Yep, I got the same email. Good luck. You've already done. Okay, I've just finished the second assignment. Okay, I'm also applied to the program, but we're also asking to pay for it. Okay. I am just gonna ask this one the same thing. I'm not gonna go with this because I am just gonna let the computer read it out for me. Right.
I also applied in the program. I actually got in the SEBPAC program, but
Right.
was sent back home due to the pandemic.
Oh, pandemic. Okay, so yeah. Okay, well, right. Just gonna do some. Yeah, we'll just change an AI here because I kind of ran out. We'll just ask David here, or to do that speaking for us. So, oh yeah, David, please repeat what you're
We
saying.
were also asked to pay $400 for the exam,
Okay,
so this
right.
is a pretty normal fee. I, also like you, am skeptical, but it's better than paying $5 million. If it's a scam, a lot of people connected to it will have their reputation ruined.
Okay, yeah, okay, so there's a lot of comments here, but it's so small. Hi, I'm interested in blah blah blah. Will be okay. No coming airlines. This was impressive score 3977. So I'll just let David on his AI wonderful voice just to read it
I
out.
don't think this is a scam.
Yeah.
What you are worrying about now is actually on their FAQs. Under the assessment and selection questions, number 5. The $300 fee is actually for the advanced screening and psychometric testing.
Alright. Okay, well this was long. Kiliboy Yaba just says reply and says this one. Anyway, I
This
think
advanced screening and psychometric test will be held online.
Right.
I would have understand it if it'll be conducted physically.
Okay.
Paying a hefty amount on an exam, a mere psychometric exam, which will be held online seems pretty fishy.
Okay, so alpha user says here, yeah, he has a reply as well, so I'm just gonna let David read
Is
it
this
out.
the only exam that they give? Well, what if I paid that said amount and I failed to pass the exam? That would be a waste. And a risk I can't take, for now.
Well, actually, that's a good point. So, do they have, Y Club says, do they have an actual office? Even if it's abroad, I'm willing to travel there just to verify. Oh my god, do you have the plane tickets for that? Yes, they do, but I don't know the exact location. Oh, well, that kind of sucks. They don't know that. So, anyway, Chemical Creams 2612 says, putting this on FQ doesn't mean it is not a scam. Okay, yeah, that's a point, actually. It's just more like a heads up. So Chemicals, why are they asking for USD if they are based in Czech Republic? Also, why is there no previous history of this flight school? Well, yeah, actually, it's not exactly a flight school if you ask me. The flight school is Blue Sky Aviation. The Cadet Pilot program is basically a program. So if they're asking the history of a flight school, no, technically this is not a flight school. I mean, at least I'm saying this on a technical perspective, of course. So,
why are they asking for USD if they are based in Czech Republic? Also, why is there no previous history of this flight school?
Okay, yeah. So Even Moons 1 says, which actually we have the same comment here. So David, would you please read this out?
USD is the global currency used in international transactions, so that is not a red flag in this case. If you took the time to read, you would have explicitly saw in their website that this is the recruitment program. The flight school is Blue Sky Aviation.
Well, actually, USD is the global currency, but haven't they heard about euros? I mean, I've been in Europe a lot of times. I've been somewhere also in Bulgaria, and they use well, some parts of Europe, of course. I'm not very good on geography, because if this one is from Eastern Europe, there's likely a chance they are not using. But I think most currencies right now are using in Europe are euros, which is a lot more compared to USD. But of course, yeah, that's the point. USD is an international currency. So Chemical Cream says here, that's even more of a red flag. Yes. There are some countries, by the way, that do not use euro or do not recognize euro, believe it or not, compared to dollars. I mean, I've been through almost every part of the world, speaking on to myself, and dollars is basically the universal currency. Whether you're in the far reaches of Africa, or in the most remote area in Asia, or basically just somewhere in a civilized world like in America or Canada, dollars is really the universal currency as of the moment. But anyway, I'm not gonna blabber because oh my god, we've already been doing this for about 24 minutes. Okay, so Iba Moon says, which one? Putting the price in USD? So Southside Boy here says the same thing, but I'm gonna let David, as usual, do my reading, because yeah.
I don't think that's a red flag. SubPOC also has a cadetship program, but they don't provide the training. Like CADETPILOT.AERO, they have deals with flying schools. SubPOC has deals with Flight Training Adelaide. I think most of us are just being skeptical because this is a new program with no history whatsoever, although some major news outlets promoted this program as well.
Well, yeah, that was my 2 years ago. I would exactly said the same thing, but nowadays, 2 years later, it's kind of debatable now. So this one needs to be updated. But anyway, I'm not here to make a comment. I'm here to read the comments on Reddit. Chemical Cream says, 621, a major news outlet posting doesn't mean it's not a scam. Yeah, unfortunately, Philippine major news outlets have a nasty habit of not telling it if it's a scam or cannot differentiate if it's a scam or not. They're more like impartial, to be honest. As long as you pay their advertising fee, they will advertise your your stuff without even asking what it was supposed or without even investigating. Some major news outlets don't promote something that could possibly ruin their reputation, so they should be taken into account. Yes, but have you ever checked that they should be investigating this as well? But anyway, it's about money. In the Philippines, it's mostly about business. So, I mean, their business as a reputable news outlet is to provide news, but don't ask questions later as long as they paid. So anyway, Mark Noel says here, sorry, I'm just gonna let David again. I'm sorry, David, but I'm relying on you too much right now.
Tried contacting their flight training provider in Czech Republic to validate, which is Blue Sky Aviation. And they replied and acknowledged that they truly are the flight training provider of CADETPILOTAERO study now, pay later program.
Okay, so critic Queen String says here, can we see how your conversation went? So July 99 says here, oh god, this is gonna be a very long edit. So anyway, let's start.
I am going to take the first psychological test and see. I also belong to a lower mid-class family and $300 is a hefty amount for an online test. Hoping that they would instead deduct the payment whenever we are employed already as pilots. LOL.
Yeah, this is actually implemented by Cebu Pacific actually after they got a lot of criticism and flack. They kind of implemented it after you're employed or something like that. But of course, I didn't apply for the Cebu Pacific program because I have my issues with them.
That's how cadetships work. Even SubPOC asks its students to pay a certain amount. 1.
Okay, so July 99 says, yep, I haven't pursued Cebu Passport because of that fee. Yeah, actually we have the same idea. Okay, right, this is of course referring to Cebu Pacific program.
With over 10,000 applicants per batch, chances are very slim indeed. Tried twice but was not selected in both. Right now, I am still waiting for the resumption of AirAsia's cadet pilot program, which they introduced back in 2020 just before the pandemic started.
Alright.
I was able to do the Harrison assessment exam, but the program was delayed just a few weeks after.
Okay, so anyway, we're not gonna talk about that because this is not the topic of what we're talking about. It's not AirAsia or not about the Cebu Pacific program. So we'll just leave it that. Buhangin says, guess I'll have to wait lang muna, then say our applications will be kept naman, hoping that they still continue the program. Okay. So YY Cobb says, saw this too and got me curious. The initial gut reaction that it was a scam. YY Cobb 2 says, additional. What really makes it sketchy for me is that there are no... Okay. I'm just gonna write this down with David. Okay, David, let the rip.
What really makes it sketchy for me is that there is no photos of staff or previous cadets. When I googled Street View the address, it was just some office building in Prague. Like if I had a free week coming up, I'd fly to Prague since I've been looking for an excuse to travel anyways, but sadly I can't fly before the deadline.
Oh, I guess Wyckoff, you're already a pilot or some traveler. So anyway, Kiliboy Yaba says, yeah, we'll just let the computer read this one out.
Same. Even in their advertisement. I would have been sold out if they used their graduates as models for their video. Instead, I'm pretty sure the clips used were stock videos and images from the internet.
Oh my god. Well, they do have right now their graduates as their models, but they only have two right now at the moment. Two Filipino models or grad. Well, they're not technically graduates yet. As far as I'm making this video, they are still on their ATPL phase as far as I know. In other words, they're not pilots yet and they haven't found a job. I mean, not exactly found a job, but they're not on the job yet. So anyway, Bulk 57 will say here on his comment in Reddit. Okay, Bulk 57, do your thing.
Same thoughts, but it looks like based on what the response of Blue Sky Aviation on the above. They said CADETPILOT.AERO is a new company by their former partner.
Okay.
It is also advised on THRvlog of Filipina pilot Cheska that Mr. Dvorak is a former CEO of a flight training school. Just sharing a VID of cadet pilots from Malaysia that I found they might be talking about this.
Okay.
I saw this VID when I am searching for more info about them last month. Here is a VID of cadet pilots from Malaysia.
Okay, I got lost with that. I made a mistake on clicking earlier, but yeah, we'll just find our way. There's so many. I mean, there's a lot of comments here that I myself got lost. I mean, and what's more, this is just only what 25% of this page 1, and we got how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 pages. That's not very good on reviewing right now, and it's already taking us what? Already oh my goodness, it's about 30 minutes. Okay, this is of course a full deep dive on what we're doing, so we just it may take a while, but this is of course the complete analysis, at least in Reddit, but there are other websites that say the same. So they're just basically saying this one about the registration. I'm just gonna cut this one out. He just finished psychometric exam. Termite 128 says please send updates. There's an update if there's scam legit. Buhang says a few people are still okay. Yeah, a lot of people have been investigating this one, and not only not only a lot, they've been investigating for years, and including with me, I'm also investigating. Okay, anyway,
a few people are still investigating the legitimacy of the program. While there are good indicators that the program is indeed legit, there are factors to be skeptical about it. Let's just wait for a few more days Po to confirm. Still, good luck in the application Po.
Alright. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, okay, we'll just put this one, this was made by John Doe. Oh, crap. Okay, we'll just copy this one. Oh, God. You know, I didn't realize that this would be more, more like tedious.
Is paying the $300 before or after the second exam?
Yeah, alright.
Also, let me get this clear. Paying the $300 and taking the second exam does not mean that I am qualified / pass for the program automatically, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
If so, then damn. $300 is a lot of money, and the result for the exam is a huge unknown / worry for me. What's more is that they'll only be selecting a handful of second exam passers out of the thousands that passed.
Not exactly a handful. News update 2 years later, it's only 2 people that they will be accepting after that. So, freight inspector 186 says here, you need to pay $300 for the second test if you pass the first one. Do you have any idea, Captain 8, do you have any idea where this second test be conducted? Hot Maximum 67 says 8. They said it will be held on Manila. I think that was the third phase. They're not saying on the second phase, but okay, it's their comment. I'm not gonna interfere. I'm just here to read it out and transform the Reddit comments in a transformative way. So, like I said, in a transformative way.
I thought the assessments would be conducted online, and the group activities as well as the panel interview would be the one to be held face-to-face. One of the main reasons I'm having second thoughts because a fake Cebu Pacific conducted their paid assessment through a testing center.
Yeah. Okay, Afraid Inspector says here, okay.
Assessments are online, and yes, the second test is through third party. Manila meetup is the selection day.
Okay, I guess they're comparing a lot of Cebu Pacific here on the
Isn't that a
conversations.
little suspicious?
Yeah,
A paid assessment which will be undertaken online?
yeah.
Whereas, Cebu Pacific's assessment requires you to take it through a testing center with high-end equipment to test your skills. If I'm not mistaken, there was a test that you need to control a virtual aircraft with a joystick. How would that be replicated at home?
Okay, right. So they're probably this conversation or comments here are probably making comparisons to Cebu Pacific and our friendly. Anyway, let's continue.
I believe the categories of assessments are posted in their website. Considering they will take 0 experienced applicants, it would be unfair if they will include aircraft simulation in their assessments.
Yeah, that would be more. Okay, so Gene Quip here says something about this thing. Alright, right, continue.
Cebu Pacific's cadetship program also took 0 experience applicants. Their paid assessment is a practical exam which tests your hand and eye coordination with a joystick. That's what you are paying for, the equipment that was used as well as the software. That's why I'm doubting CADETPILOT.AERO's paid assessment, since there is no way to replicate that online.
Okay, so right, he does have a valid point, but of course the thing here is that each program has its different methods. I doubt that the Cebu Pacific method also is the same with Air Asia or say Cathay Pacific cadetship program. So yeah, so that's more like a loophole on that part, but he does have a point.
I read the thread and even downloaded Reddit just to follow this thread. I already received an email that I was chosen to do the psychometric exam, and the next exam will cost $300 if I will continue. Just posting a comment here to follow this thread. Newbie in Reddit, just bear with me.
Okay, thank you. Jose3 Rizal says, thank you. Saw the post and comments already. Will continue my application, blah blah blah. Good thing I saw this ready in training. Okay, this is mostly a lot of documents. Hot Maximum 6798 says here another very long. What do you call this? A very long, testament.
Hello.
So.
Miss No reached out to me personally on LinkedIn about that, because I also talked to the pilot and the flight instructor, and he addressed my concern directly to her. I left a comment here about what she said. Also, the president of Blue Sky Aviation sent me an email too about CADETPILOT.AERO.
Alright.
Regarding the call update, here's what Mr. Maximilian said.
Right.
Hi everyone. So I had a call with Tomasz H. and Patrick Dvorak from the Cadet Pilot team. Based on the call, I can say that Tomasz H. has been very forthcoming in answering questions. Has stated that if anyone has questions that they can contact them, and has agreed that some of the marketing language that they use could be improved.
Alright.
For myself personally, I do not understand how this program works from a commercial perspective.
Right.
There should be clarity and communication that as of this moment there is no guaranteed airline job as marketed.
Alright.
Got no indication of how many candidates will be shortlisted to pay the assessment fee.
Yeah, that is the number one
concern. If the organization is
concern.
already going to sponsor the full training of Filipino aspiring pilots, why not also sponsor the assessment test fee, which is only $300?
Right.
My recommendation is for Cadet Pilot to share their intentions with the different stakeholders in the Philippines if they are targeting the Filipino aspiring pilots. I know that the industry will closely be monitoring this organization.
Yeah, speaking of which, this reminds me of one thing. I mean, I'm not saying that, of course, I am, of course, belong to the, maritime side, but this is the same thing also happening on the maritime. So there's a lot of, there's a similarities here. It's the same thing if you in the maritime. Just saying this, of course, we're talking about the, aviation part. But I'm just referring this one also on their twisted brothers on the other side of transport industry, the maritime. In case that you have an aspiring maritime cadets, there will also be a meeting for different stakeholders in the Philippines. This also happens at the same time. So anyway, just a side comment, of course. Let's continue on what we're doing here. Right. So Hot Maximum 7 says, "Hi, I'm curious if there are any updates to those who are passing the scholarship." Oh, I just applied the other day. If I'm not sure if it's legit, but there's someone in the aviation that's looking into the matter. They had a meeting with Cadet Pilot. I just can't find where they posted the update. Okay, well, I guess 2 years ago, somebody was on the aviation industry doing some meetings with this one.
Oh, I just applied the other day. I'm still not sure if it's legit, but there's this someone in aviation industry that's looking into the matter. They had a meeting with Cadet Pilot, but I just can't find where they posted the update.
Alright, okay. So, we'll just skip this one. I feel this is mostly a comment that says that on the okay, I'm sorry, I'm just getting distracted. So this is a comment regarding that he already filled the application form. So Cookie Advertising 91 here says on his comment,
"Good luck to those who are duped in paying the $300. This is just insane how a foreign entity could just come here in the Philippines and ask money from Filipinos without registering in DTI or any governing agency in the country."
Yeah,
This
okay.
is not the first and probably not the last scam in selling the dream to become a pilot. Until they have a signed agreement with an airline, this remains a scam.
Right, okay.
Yes, they might be able to send 1 or 2 out of 10,000 Filipinos willing to pay $300, but are you really going to gamble that money?
Okay, point taken. And fast forward, yeah, they did send only 2 people. Okay, so anyway, Buhangin says on his comments, I'm just gonna go with this. Oh my, we're just still on the first page, and this is a lot of comments.
Applications closed earlier than initially stated. Let's all wait for email confirmations if we will be able to go through the second part of the assessment. Are anyone still keen on proceeding with the application if they are indeed selected? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Alright, okay, so this is a very, very long, anyway, this is going to be a very, very long deep dive analysis, so we'll take a break in after 1 hour. So for now, we're clocking in now on 42 minutes, and we don't want to bore you with that, but we'll just finish off this first page, because this is a very, very long stuff.
Yeah, no, it clearly is a gamble from now on. And a bad gamble as well. First, you'll gamble your $300 amongst thousands of other applicants.
Okay.
Second, there is no airline connected to CADETPILOT.
Yeah, this was information 2 years ago, and up to now it's still a big mystery, to be honest, because the 2 graduates are still on the ATPL phase.
For me, $300 is nothing compared to what they are offering, and in opportunities like this it's normal to compete with thousands of other applicants, so I will try my luck. XD, and if they can't find a job I don't have to pay back anyway.
Okay, Charity Honest just replied on his comments here, and he says, or he
I don't
or she
think
said,
they will continue the sponsorship until they have an airline willing to take in the graduates. They will not spend the money unless they are sure of the return. Just my opinion.
okay. Okay, we're just gonna skip this part. Apparently some posted this largely include the team of CADETPILOT and explaining the whole thing. We're not gonna dive through this one. I hope close na yung application. Kaka-receive ko lang ng email. Ang dami daw kasi masyado nag-apply. Okay, well, anyway, we'll just skip that out. Chopper Lotus says, saw this as well on Facebook. Lots of comments from people who applied. I also applied it, but it's still very skeptical. I have yet to do first assessment from email sent me last week. Answer first assessment, what will happen? Trailblazer 1731. Yung second assessment, yung kailangan mo talaga decide. 15K din yun if mapili for second assessment. I might risk it and take the exam. Okay, good for you. Ricky Rexon says here, I think $300 fee for the second part of the assessment process is okay, but they must refund it to successful applicants just to prove that they're not money-grabbing scam. Unfortunately, Ricky Rexon, you're kind of wrong with that. It says on their terms and service, or if you read their terms of, or TOS, terms of service or something like that, that those, I'm not sure in particular which section, but it says on the word clear that it's non-refundable. So Ricky Rexon says here as well,
or if they can find a way to assess applicants further before the psychometric exam so that those who will take it are assured to be included in the program. Or have the successful applicants pay their $300.
Okay. So Smart Cauliflower says, have you checked the latest Fossil FV page meeting with the Philippine ambassador to Prague? Casey says, yep, kinda starting to believe that this might be legit, but I'm still skeptical about it though. Wangin says, saw the post just now, makes me think the program is indeed legit. Holy moly, thanks. Okay, but unfortunately, it was just more like a drop by on what happened there was they just basically dropped by in the embassy. So this is what happened after the drop or on the embassy. Freight Inspector 186 says here. So David, please read this out for me.
Sharing an update from CADETPILOT.AERO FB page. Our training manager Mr. Patrick Dvorak had a meeting with the ambassador of the Philippines in the Czech Republic, Mr. Ambassador Umber T. Janel at the Philippine Embassy in Prague. The program details of our first batch of future cadets from the Philippines were discussed.
Okay, it's Neil says, I asked the Philippine Embassy through email about the legit photo posted in the Cadet Pilot. Here's the response. We're not gonna link that. This is something about, I'm kind of curious. What does this says? I think it's on Facebook, right? Okay, it says here the statement, actual statement of the Philippine Embassy. If we take a look at it, the last part here says it's true that Ambassador Jamal met with Dvorak at the embassy on April 21st, 22nd. In their meeting, Ambassador Jamal raised the non-registration of CADETPILOT.AERO with the CAA, while Mr. Dvorak said that the Cadet Pilot is a partnership with Blue Sky Aviation SRO. The ambassador advised him that the company must comply with the requirements of CAA to make legitimate and legal training company for pilots. While Ambassador allowed the taking of the photo with a matter of courtesy for the request he received, similar to the request of other guests, his ACT is not endorsed of the company of CADETPILOT.AERO. Thank you. So basically, the ambassador doesn't exactly says that they endorsed it. They just it's kind of like they just drop it by or something like that. And as a courtesy call, I'm not a diplomat, of course, but my sister is actually. I'm not gonna tell you that anyway. So that's a common courtesy call among diplomats, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a diplomat. So Cookie Advertising 91 says here, so sketchy. It was not endorsed by Philippine Embassy, so they're not registered in CAA. Hi, okay. Yeah, we're just circulating in things here. So Chop Loader says it's a lack of opportunities that make us thirsty for offers like this, but to be frank, it seems like it's too good to be true. Okay. So actually, this is the thing. This is kind of long, so we'll just post it out on this one with David.
I was intrigued with the post of the embassy on Facebook and messaged CP.A. This is their reply. We only published on our Facebook that our training manager met with the ambassador of the Philippine Embassy in Prague to explain how our cadet pilot program works.
Okay.
Regarding the comments on the following points. Our company, which sponsors and selects cadets, is not under the CAA because we are not a flight training organization, and that is why we cooperate with the Blue Sky Aviation Flight School.
Right.
But we have this information on our website as well. However, our partner flight school Blue Sky Aviation is under the CAA. The CAA does not include flight school projects but only their certification, and oversees that the training is conducted in accordance with EASA rules.
Yeah, okay.
However, it does not address any of their commercial activities.
Okay.
Our company is of course registered in the Czech Republic and meets all legal requirements. If you would like to verify the legitimacy of our company or program, you can contact the flight school directly.
Okay,
Here is
so
the flight school certification.
yeah, we're not gonna check that out because I don't know. It's a document anyway, so okay, let's just take this one out and then let David read this one.
To be honest, what they said makes sense, and this link even directs you to the CAA official website, and the company is also registered. Someone posted the registration in this thread.
Okay.
But I still cannot wrap my head around on why the embassy posted it. The only reason I can think of is that the embassy doesn't know that CP.A is in partnership with the CAA certified school, which is Blue Sky. Please update us if you find something else.
Okay, Mandemu says, yes, I also thought about this explanation. Their partner with Blue Sky is a legit one. Moon Specialist 94992 says, yes, and Blue Sky confirmed that they are in partnership, but also want to understand that a lot of Philippine pilots are saying that it's a scam. They must know something must know something, as they keep it posting it as a scam. If we listen to them, they'll this is too much to read. Okay, I'm just gonna let David do his thing. And David, please read this one.
Yes, and Blue Sky confirmed that they are in partnership. But I also want to understand why lots of Philippine pilots are saying that it's a scam.
Alright.
They must know something, as they keep posting it as scam. If
Yeah.
we listen to them and they turn out to be wrong, it will be bad for us aspirants, as it will be a lost opportunity for us. I messaged them to ask for help, but no reply as of now.
Yeah, actually Cebu Pacific pilots and Philippine Airlines say it's a scam. And there are other airline companies that say it is a scam. And in fact, the only one that's saying it isn't a scam is the AirAsia Miss Cheska. But I don't know about that. I know very little details. What I do know is that a lot of pilots are saying it's a scam. Even military pilots from Philippine Air Force. But anyway, I'm not gonna delve into that. That's their thing. I am here, just like I said, is just to read out the comments. So anyway, it's almost 1 hour. We should take a break for now, and we'll continue this one because, like I said, this is a very, very long analysis. Well, at least a complete analysis. That's why it's a very long. So we'll just take a short break and continue this. So see ya in a few minutes. Bye-bye for now. Hello everyone and welcome back. So that was a refreshing break that we had, because that was very, very tedious type of analysis that I myself find it very tiring. Imagine trying to stick here for about 1 hour trying to make an analysis right now. So anyway, just let's start this off again. So we just took a break. So let David, please read this out for me.
I just got an email that I passed the first psychometric exam. Anyone else got an email? Curious if anyone here received a regret letter instead. Still contemplating if I should take a risk and pay that $300 fee for the second exam.
Right, okay. Mood Specialist says 4942 says, congratulations, there is an FB group chat you can join in. Unfortunately, a lot of people failed in that group. I guess they're probably saying about the aftermath of the exam. Non-diary thought says, may I ask how can be a part of that group chat? Let's read details, please. You receive payment 300 USD for something. Hi, how to join? Rainyao 1004 says, hello, I'm also interested to join. I think they're saying about this one. We're just gonna skip Sage X. He says here, dear applicant, mostly this is a confirmation. Trailblazer 1731 says, new update, they already sent the result first exam. Deadline payment for is yeah, to 22 June 7. What's this? Okay, what request? Email says you are June 6. Yes, use month, year. Okay, Smart Cauliflower says FFU got a second confirmation for cadet. Okay. This is basically referring to the aftermath of the $300. So I am okay. This is kinda getting hard right now, so I'll just let David read this one.
I love you guys. You guys did really good in doing your research. Some comments make a really good sense, cause $300 is not a joke for us. Just to add up, they have started emailing back and
Okay.
sent to proceed payment for those candidates who passed the first phase of the application.
Right.
They attach link on where the candidates will proceed paying, end quote. You are required to make an online payment via the link below before or on July 6, 2022 to be granted access to the final round of psychometric testing. TBH, I don't know what to feel.
Okay, so Snoop Peripheral 7132 says, he says this one.
The sense of urgency to pay the fee for the second round
Right.
of assessment does not give us more than enough time to further investigate and look deeper into what this program really is.
Right.
If this is legit talaga, they won't waste any time hiding from applicants and releasing statements that can't be backed by facts.
Right.
In question dito ang Integrity NG program and ang Identity NG company. The CAA of Czech Republic does not recognize CADETPILOT.AERO.
Oh, okay.
The Philippine Embassy warned us.
Right.
Mas mabilis pa yung paging inila NG fee kaysa sa pagsago sa mga tunang NG applicants.
Okay, well, I think the computer can't read it out because it can only read English, not Tagalog. Okay. Yeah, we'll just let the computer have been, you know, doing this because there's a lot of users here all over the Philippines saying and discussing this one, and we're already on an hour analysis of
Have
this
you
one.
been checking their Facebook page? They are actually more active, releasing statements and very responsive on Messenger. When is your payment deadline?
Alright, so Juice Corporation says here, yeah, right.
Smells like a scam. The fact that, in the video, the guy refused to say how many will pass this $300 second round test is already a red flag. Just think how many hundreds if not thousands have passed first round and they will only take 5. And this 5 could be collaborators later on just to show you they're legit.
Wow, okay,
You're
that's
better
an
off
accusation.
investing that money in a business, grow it and earn your way to a license. This is a chunk of meat thrown at a hungry pack of wolves.
Well, actually, this is a whole lot, you know, allegations. But here on the facts, they didn't only take 5. In fact, they took 2 only. And yeah, this is the problem that's everybody been saying here. One here is that it's not hundreds, thousands have already take the first round. That's a fact. But this one, well, anyway, I'm not gonna go delve into this one because we don't have enough time. But that's a thing. They didn't say how many will they take. So all right. Curse Fort says, this is actually bothersome. Kahit ballpark figure walang sinabi. I want to gauge how many pass the first round. If it's in the thousands, it's probably sit this one out. Okay, Just Corporation says here in a reply, this is very, very,
It's a lottery,
right.
even if they're legit, that costs 24,000 PHP. Hundreds or thousands will be paying for the training of few individuals.
Right.
Without them telling how many passed the first exam and how many they're going to select from them,
Yeah.
participants wouldn't be able to weigh their odds.
Yeah.
24,000 PHP is a big money.
Yeah, correct.
The only reason I could see as to why they hide that fact is because they probably have a large number of first test passers and will only select very few winners. If people see this very low chance of being selected after paying big money, they will get discouraged.
Yeah, that is actually correct. And if the if it was known earlier on the initial phase that they will only take 2 people, well, of course, I myself wouldn't be like I said, I wouldn't even participate on that. Good luck to them, but I'm not gonna go make my $300 on a suicide run. I mean, think about it, right? I mean, there's 1,000 from the start of the program. There could be about 1,000 applicants, and then they just narrowed it out to 2 people. So if you know how bad your odds are, why even go on a gamble like that? But anyway, I'm not here to make a comment. Like I said, I'm here to read comments from Reddit. So Seabread2196 says, "Hi guys, just wanted to ask if anyone already make their payments. Now that the program is making a big fuzz around. I am working in the aviation industry here in the Philippines. From my understanding, okay, I'm just gonna let David read this one out because I am getting tired of this."
CADETPILOT.AERO does not need to apply for authorization as long as they are partnering with an ADO, which is Blue Sky Aviation. The only thing that is bothering me is the $300 payment wherein the examination is to be taken online, unlike previous cadetship held by SUBPOC wherein your $400 is a 2-part exam to be taken physically. Any takers here?
Alright, yeah, okay. So they're referring again to Cebu Pacific. So anyway, I didn't take that, so I'm gonna leave it up to them, to the examinees of the Cebu Pacific.
Same thoughts, brother. Parang sketchy NA. You'll pay for an assessment which will only be taken online. Unlike SA5JNA, you will use a machine to test your hand and eye coordination, which justifies the fee that they're asking.
Okay, right.
The aspirant in me is hoping this program is legit, but there are too many red flags to consider. Lalo NA, the deadline given is really short for us to decide. As most would say, if you have too money to risk it, then go. Pero for some of us like me NA, that's something we can't lose. Then I guess we'll just wait for the next opportunity.
Right, okay. Seabread says 2196. Oh, this is the risk for you to take the dream. Anyway, good luck everyone. I hope this works out the best. Damn. So Posier says here, yeah, it's the same thing about Cebu Pacific. They're saying 400 UD, but they had to, whatever. I'm just gonna let David read this out for clarification, and of course for the record. So yeah.
I applied for the SEPAC cadetship and was asked to pay $400 for the second screening.
Yeah, of course.
We actually had to go to SEPAC to use FTA's equipment and simulators.
Right.
I'm guessing this is what we paid for.
Mm-hmm.
What makes the fee sketchy is that you have to pay for an exam which you can accomplish at home, without a proctor. You can basically cheat on the exam. Also, you won't be using any special equipment for the exam.
Right.
In the case of SEPAC's cadetship, I saw where the fee went because all applicants were able to use sims, joysticks, examination computers, etc.
Okay, so yeah, so Ibn Moon 1 says here on his comments.
Hi, I contacted the Blue Sky Aviation in Czech.
Right.
They said they are acknowledging the program being held in the flight school. I'm skeptical as well, but even flying schools here in PH have a similar payment for an exam, though I don't know if it's the same exam. We'll be following this thread.
Okay. So caffeine-induced koala, can you DM me on their confirmation? Di kasi ako sinasagot eh. Salamat po. Gilwid says, hello, may I ask too if you have any updates about this? Player Gabriel says here, remind me in 2 days. EFSIX says, hello, we have the contacts please? Captain N says, yes, we have the same payment for the exam. The difference here in the Philippines and other cadet pilot programs, you are paying for the pilot's aptitude exam. You go to physical testing site and you take written and practical exam. Where in Cadet, you just pay for a second round psychometric assessment through online, which is sketchy. So Captain N says that. Okay, I'm just gonna make it clear for David here. So because
Yes, they have the same payment for the exam. The difference is here in PH you are paying for the pilot aptitude exam. You go to a physical testing site and you take a written and practical exam. Where in CADETPILOT you pay the $300 USD for a second round of psychometric assessment through online, which is sketchy.
Right. Okay, Chemical Cream says 2612. I tried calling them but no answer. Smart Cauliflower 33 says, yeah, I was thinking about Facebook, but there's also dated back 2020, which is very similar to this post this year. Try to browse the page until I stop giving you these old numbers. Seems fishy at all. Smart Cauliflower 33 again replies, I tried to Google the map, the address, and it seems legit. Any thoughts with this program? Okay. Kiliboy Yaba says, here is his comment. So, okay, David, just read this out.
I don't know, man. It still is very fishy to me. I've read their terms and conditions and it's pretty defensive. Read the 7th, 10th, 11th, and 12th policy. It's basically stripping off arguments and cases you might present in court.
Okay, so I think the Kiliboy Yaba says has an error on this comment, so we'll just repeat it one more time with this. Alright.
I don't know, man. It still is very fishy to me.
Right.
I've read their terms and conditions and it's pretty defensive. Read the 7th, 10th, 11th, and 12th policy.
Right.
It's basically stripping off arguments and cases you might present in court. If you ever get scammed and wish to have your money back or file a lawsuit against them.
Right. Okay. Flower Power 0895 says, hi, where did you find the terms and conditions? Kiliboy Yaba says, just scroll down till you hit the bottom. It's written by small caps. That's all. Itself is shady. Apparently this is the old website, I guess, but 2 years ago. Sorry, thanks. The clause you said makes me think twice. Buhangi says, I was also hesitant at first, but oh god, this is a long one, I guess. I'm just gonna let David do this one again. Right.
I was also hesitant at first, but I still went on with the application.
Right.
I just received an email today re-psychometric assessment but have yet to do it.
Right.
I still have doubts about the legitimacy of the program, hence, I contacted EASA for verification.
Okay.
I will surely update you once I receive a reply.
Oh god, this has 24 replies. So, we'll definitely look forward for the response. So Wang says, already received a reply. ESA is not a competent authority for transferring located in EA member state. We can ask you to contact the National Aviation Authority. Anyone here know how to reach? Okay, so it's basically out of their, their jurisdiction, I guess. Thank you for providing link. Okay, they're saying ESA. That's a lot following. My sincere apologies to all still waiting. Until now, there's no refunds from NAA. NAA, there's a response now. Dear sir, training was ATO appointing part or from training organization for best regards. Is a partner for training. Oh, okay. This was earlier. I think this was the reply. So we'll just read it out with, with David here.
They said that Blue Sky Aviation is theater partner for the training.
Of course, the provider.
I found them also in the link that the NA provided. CZ/80043 Blue Sky Aviation SROV SIDL C249/4A.
Right.
SIDL 16000 Praha. The only problem here now is that via the LinkedIn post by Maximilian Berger, as per his investigation.
Alright.
CADETPILOT.AERO still does not have a partner airlines in which they would guarantee your job if you passed everything. And they do not have a clear business financial plan.
Okay, so this is posted by Maximilian Berger as per his investigation. Maybe Maximilian Berger is a private investigator. I don't know. I'm not gonna delve into that. Anyway, reminds me, I will look an update. So Hot Maximum says, hi, I was able to find their profile on LinkedIn. Well, assuming that the LinkedIn profiles are legit, that makes for quite legit as well. However, we can't help but skeptical about the program. Oh, God. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna skip This one, okay, this is about the psychometry exam from okay, okay, I'm just gonna let David again with this one. God, we're so long with this, but anyway, the good news is we're now 75% on page 1. Okay, let's let David do the rest with this one and read this out for us.
Took the psychometry exam.
Right.
The first part doesn't require a payment.
Right.
If you pass the first exam, you'll take another psychometry exam that requires $300 NA.
Right.
Would love to get feedbacks before taking the second part of exam, cause $300 is a lot.
Yeah, okay, we'll just leave this one. Richardson Bisfallen says, oh god, right. So we'll just let David again do some analysis with this.
It took around 7 to 9 days before receiving another email from them that I passed the preliminary screening.
Right.
Then they sent me a link where I could take the first part of psychometric exam.
Right.
If I pass the first part, I'll be taking the second part, but will require me to pay $300.
Right.
The exams are situational scenarios and personal traits.
Okay, right. Okay, so we'll just Captain Ains is saying this as well on his comments. We'll just be letting
where will you be conducting the exam where you are required to pay $300?
Right.
I believe it's similar with Sabopak. After passing all the initial requirements, etc.,
right.
You're required to pay almost the same amount. Then you are required to go to the testing site where you'll be conducting written exam and practical exam where they test your eye and hand coordination. There is also a part of the exam where you'll be using a HOTAS device for the last part of the exam, as if you're trying to fly a plane.
We're just
if that $300 is through online, that is hella sketchy.
Right. Actually, if you notice this one Reddit, we've been going in around circles for quite some time here. But anyway, we'll just read this out because they are, this is what analysis is. So we have to dig in. So please bear with me. Analysis would be very hard, but at least it will save your $300
from Sky Blue Aviation.
Alright.
Hear what they says. Dear Sir, our company provides ATP pilot training for CADETPILOT.com as a subcontractor.
Alright.
CADETPILOT.AERO is a new company founded by our former partner Mr. Patrick Dvorak. Please direct any questions to Mr. Dvorak and CADETPILOT.com. FYI. Our school provides pilot training for several years and we have got experiences with students from many countries worldwide.
Right, okay.
Besides, we cooperate and provide ATP training course to students from Malaysia in accordance with Malaysian authorities. This works perfectly and we already have got several happy students with EASA and Malaysian ATPL frozen pilot licenses.
Right, okay.
Yours sincerely, Pavla Slajpertova, Chief Financial Officer Blue Sky Aviation SRO. So seems legit. Any thoughts?
My thoughts, I do have a friend of Malaysia, but I haven't contacted him in decades, so I haven't asked him about this part. So we'll just leave it to this one. We'll just leave it to one because, you know, I haven't talked with my friend Malaysian over that. So anyway, this is Houndtown at 2957 says on his, you know, on his comments. So this is, oh god, okay, my mistake, just give me a second here. Right.
I also applied for it. I read the recommendations in their FB page, and they are fake accounts.
Alright.
And there are no pilots among the people that gave them a good feedback.
Oh, okay. Okay, Hot Maximum 6798 here says, right.
I emailed the Civil Aviation Authority of Czech with regards to this matter.
Right.
I'm looking forward to their response. I'm still not yet fully convinced if this program is legit or not.
Okay, player Gabriel says, remind me one day I will look an update. Gilly says, I am having mixed feelings about this. The only thing sort of convincing me with the Phil Star mailboard thing talking about them. Okay, Kiliboy Yaiba says on his okay, Kiliboy Yaiba says on his comments this one.
Same. But read the terms and conditions.
Alright, so he's reading the terms and
It's
conditions.
too risky to pay $300 with no defense or argument for lawsuit since their terms and conditions are for them.
Alright.
To give an example, there's this term where they're able to terminate the scholarship at any time without offering an explanation. I think you'll be able to find it at the bottom of their page, in case you want to read.
Alright, yeah. Okay, oh god, I just lost it. Sorry, I'm just gonna find it again because my cat just came in and trashed my keyboard. So, yeah, I think we're on this part. Yeah. So, Buhangin says here, also on his comments,
Exactly the main reason why I proceeded with the application. I'll try not to think much about it until I pass the first phase of examination. I mean, I am unsure if I'd even get through to the second phase for now. I'll just wait for the exam results and the confirmation from EASA.
okay, hey, this would help. These two heads especially. Okay, honestly, I watched it already. First half at least. Buhangin says, right. Jacob says, please let me know if the program seems legit. Gilead says, hey, I added this comment. Please read the YouTube video that might explain things. Saw the YouTube video, but the best case scenario is legit. I think it's roughly about 15-20 students. They intake thousands of. Well, this was 2 years ago in the information. Oh boy, would they find out that 2 years later it was not 15 or 20 students, it's actually only 2 people.
Saw the YT video, but still best case scenario, if it's legit, I think they'll roughly take 15 to 20 students this intake out of thousands of applications and $300 fees.
Well, it's not actually 15 or 20 students in reality. It's more like only 2 people. Anyway, not MRS 13 says here on his
I was about to send an application for this today, but I was also skeptical of how the program seems too good to be true. I tried to look for other evidence that would convince me about their legitimacy.
Okay.
Also, in their Facebook page there seems to be no signs of real pilots endorsing their program, and most of the people giving reviews on their page seem to be fake accounts.
Right, okay.
I really want to become a pilot, but our family don't have the means for me to take on this career path. That's why it's easy for me to get intrigued and very much excited when I hear scholarship programs about being a cadet pilot.
Right, okay. Well, yeah, he has a point here. It mostly is a testimonial on students, but you don't see a real pilots there, like a captain, a first officer, or anything like that. So okay, that's a real thing. Guys have tried to check the pilots in the video. They seem legit. Check his IG. It's including the video. He's really conducting a study in Blue Sky. I talked to the pilot and the flight instructor was mentioned in the site. It's legit that they are part of the said program. On that says 789. Same also I did. They are part of the Aviation. However, not the cadet pilot, but I'm convinced they are legit. Hot Maximum 79. They are involved in training for cadet pilots though. That's why they are told me. I'm fully convinced they're legit. Haha, I don't want to ask any more questions. Okay, well, good for you. This is a Hot Maximum. Their comments like a sabotage on this scam, right? This Hot Maximum in the comments is like their sabotage on the scam, right? Convincing us. So this is prior manufacturer 474's comment. Hot Maximum, sorry, I'm not trying. Okay, let's just let. This is basically a very messy argument, I guess, between these 2 users. I have no.
Sorry. I'm not trying to sabotage here. I reached out to them asking about the program. I'm not here to convince everyone, I only share what exactly they replied to me. It's up to you if you'll believe it or not.
Right. Okay, Bulk57 Reddit user is saying, yeah, David, please go.
I agree too that it is up to each and everyone's decision if we will believe or not.
Right.
For me it is a gamble if ever I will pass the first assessment and will be able to take the second assessment. If it is scam then I lost $300. If it is not a scam and I spent my time wondering if I should apply, or if they are a scam then I lost a chance.
Right, okay. So, Cyber Shoes in a Cloud says in his comments,
Asking your examines a $300 testing fee is how companies get away with crowdfunding their pilot programs. Imagine 10,000 applicants x $300. That's $3 million. Even if they spend $200,000 per candidate,
right.
If they only select 10, that's still $1 million in profit. Plus they get to deduct your salary when you get to work. CEPAC gained the same backlash from the aviation community using the same tactics.
Well, actually, 2 years later, it's not 10 people, it's actually 2 people. So, yeah, he made a little bit computing on that, on the money, so I'm not gonna go with that.
I asked the Philippine embassy this.
Right.
Good day. May I know if the CAA in Czech Republic have any knowledge of the claim of partnership between CADETPILOT.AERO and Blue Sky Aviation?
Right.
Claiming they would sponsor Filipino cadets? Philippine Embassy reply. CAA said that they are informed of the partnership between Blue Sky Aviation and CADETPILOT.AERO but can only confirm that training programs for local and foreign students is entirely within the jurisdiction of the training organization, which is approved by the CAA.
Right. Okay.
According to CAA, while Blue Sky Aviation has an approved training organization certificate issued by CAA.
Okay.
CADETPILOT.AERO has never applied for the approval or registration as a training organization.
Ah.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, that came from the Philippine Embassy. Philip041594 says here on his comments, I'm just gonna do David here to this one.
Anyone here who already took the second round of the online aptitude testing?
Okay.
I found the time limit to be very short amid the many questions, which were complex by the way.
Right.
And the tasks are too lengthy for such short duration.
Okay, so basically they're describing here the second phase of the, you know, the, what do you call the second phase of the exam. So emergency walls 552 say any tips, I'll be taking mine soon. Any update after termite 1128 says any update of taking second assessment. Philip 504 they will be sending second assessment results by July 15. I also have Philip 54 it was hard, I have to answer. Okay, same here, I studied but there's no way to prepare with no regrets, I pushed toward. Okay, typical solid 1145 says here, do you think it's a scam? I had my doubts when I just paid but I don't want to lose them. Okay, any updates? Right. Fast Prepare 21 says kinakabahan na ako anytime today or tomorrow the results. Okay, has anyone got a reply on the email already? Have you? Okay, deleted user. Report back once you start your training. Okay, there's one more reply. A final interview but I know 2 guys who passed pero wala na akong balita sa kanila since then. This was 10 months ago. So anyway, this concludes our page 1 analysis of our deep dive here. And I think we should take a break. We're going on to page 2 after this one. So yeah, let's take a break anyway. So yeah, let's have lunch. Oh, hello, good day everyone and welcome back. So we're now going into the second phase of our rabbit hole analysis. And just to say this was, oh sorry, my bad, that was a computer. Anyway, we're now going through the second phase of our analysis. Yeah, let's begin because this was, the first page was really soul-sucking to begin with. So okay, we're gonna go for our second phase here. Yeah, we'll just let David do his thing because this is a long, like I said, a long analysis.
Hey all. As a 20-plus-year-old unhappy with their job and residing in a third world country, I've stumbled upon this Facebook ad.
Right.
Cadet Pilot. AERO. They say it's a fully sponsored 2-year program and it takes place all the way in Prague, Europe. Everything is paid for.
Alright.
Accommodation, transpo, and there's even a monthly stipend.
Okay.
At the end of their explainer VID on their page, they mention that you will pay back the costs in the form of salary deductions when you land your job. Now, I graduated as a civil engineer and so I have zero aviation related experience.
Right.
So, is this legit? If so, what's the catch other than the pay later rule? Will this be worth the 2 years? What else should I know?
Okay, Rife, the username here says this reply. So, okay, I hope we should finish this one by less than, I hope it's not gonna take another hour. So let's ask David here to read this out for us.
Well, some time ago, some asked about that in our national subreddit, so I did some check on it. The
Okay.
company is real.
Right.
It really exists, even though I believe it is just office somewhere in city.
Right.
There are 2 guys behind it, officially. One has bachelor's degree as a pilot and master's in aviation. The
Okay.
other guy has master's in aviation.
Right.
I don't know his bachelor's.
Right.
They are not ATO, so I guess they just pass all their clients to the real, approved flying school CZ/ATO
Okay.
043. If it is real, I have no idea.
Right.
It is true that for some reason, there is a lot of foreign students doing pilot training in our country and some flying schools base the business on that.
Right.
On the other hand, I don't see a reason why Czech company should sponsor Filipino pilots. So either, they are just made up marketing company for some Filipino low cost which needs pilots, and then, in fact, it is that low cost cadet program. Or it is purely made up company for some kind of money laundering.
Okay, so that's a theory here. Well, actually, low cost, or more like it's the specific term here for low cost is more like outsourcing. Yeah, as far as I know, of course. So Fisher Joel here, the user Reddit says, I am just going to, let David read out this script. Well, actually, this comment.
I just confirmed this with my friend who took up a similar course. His friends proceeded to do the 2 years in Prague. So it is somewhat true.
Right.
Thanks for informing me though. It is a real opportunity, but I'm not sure if it's worth it for me. 2 years of studying again, and I'm assuming you're not automatically guaranteed to get a job.
Okay. Right, so Working Candy 8015 says here.
Hello.
Right.
I know it's been a year, but how was your friend? Is he almost halfway done during training?
Right.
Any pros and cons? How is the quality of training? From what I read before, if they can't find you employment, you don't have to pay for the training costs.
Okay. So Ho-Ho's Got Mohos here replies and says this one.
Thanks for informing me though. It is a real opportunity, but I'm not sure if it's worth it for me. 2 years of studying again, and I'm assuming you're not automatically guaranteed to get a job.
Right.
I just recently applied as soon as I saw the ads of Facebook. I'd like to know more about the program since it's quite vague on the details, too good to be true type shit.
Okay, right, so the Mortis replies here says...
Yeah, it's somewhat of a scam. Reacted to one of the posts of the supposed trainee of the program and he messaged me. Was shocked tbh, but I think that tells something about the program.
Right.
Check LinkedIn as well. There's a PPST about that program.
Okay.
Apparently they are just collecting money and it's 1 in 10,000 chance of getting picked.
Right, so they're kind of like literally 1 in 1,000 chance. Okay, I'm not gonna comment any further on that because I've already made that. So anyway, that's cool. That was short. So that it goes for our page 2. So we're going now for page 3 analysis here. So this was made by Rarife on this comment. So let's let David just read this out for us.
First of all,
Yeah.
important, program is currently open only for Filipino citizens.
Right.
I guess it works and it is real. But it is probably only some kind of marketing / contractor.
Yeah.
They don't provide training, they are not any kind of ATO, but they say their partner is Blue Sky Aviation, which is CZ/ATO43.
Right.
So they will, maybe, select you, put you into real ATO, and when you pass, they promise to give you job, then you pay them. I would say, it's my opinion, that they have contract with some Filipino low cost to provide training for their pilots.
Right.
So they take them, move them here, train them in real school, send them back to fly for the said airline, and then they get the cash.
Right.
Some time ago, there were a lot of Chinese sea cadets in F-Air.
Oh.
Then, some mess happened between Czech Republic and China.
Right.
I guess something about Tibet flag or something. They packed their stuff, left, and F-Air was in huge problems because they have bought all the aircraft for them and then had not used for them.
Oh, okay. This is more like a political issue between Tibet and China. Okay, somebody screwed up with that. But I'm not familiar with that. So 570N3D says they are a registered company. If you ask our office, you can confirm. There are other companies listed here that address. And if you ask me if they are legit, I don't know why it's a little... If you ask if they are legit, I don't know. I think it's a little fishy. Need preparation 1902 says... okay, this is his comments. So let's just let David do the reading for us.
I passed the first round of psychometric testing and I'm up for the second round only if I pay the $300 online aptitude testing.
Right.
I want to believe it's true, but I'm so hesitant since a lot of people find the company's legitimacy suspicious.
Right.
Today is the final day of payment and I still don't know if I should continue. My parents keep telling me to research about the company, and so far I know that the partner training school, Blue Sky Aviation, is registered with CAA.
Right.
The Philippines Embassy even published a statement about this, which I will attach. I'm worried that if I input our credit card it might be a scam or somewhat. Attached is the statement of the PH Embassy. Guys, I need your...
Okay, so that was the opinion of, yeah, that's what we checked out a while ago. Okay, C Engineer says, me too, I wish someone can shed light. 15,000 is not right now given with our state of our economy. Sky Novo says, send them money to find out. Yeah, that's the that's what the American says. What you know, there's an American saying, they say this. It's more like fuck around and find out. So in this case, send them the money and you'll find out. Of course, that's the Americans. You know, that's the actually I heard it from a U.S. Marine. You know, a couple of years ago. Anyway, Gucci Pomade says, I assume you are a Filipino who is also interested in this program. Did you find out anything yet? Kiliboy Yaba. Oh, this one is the one we're reading about. I'm also applying for this opportunity, though. It's still sketchy about it. CCYCO, if you do not find out they're legit, let me know if they're kind of curious. Prior Manufacturer 474 says, yeah, let us know too. Robin Broodcock says, I answered the question. I was hoping that this is real, although it sounds too good to be true, but I'm looking on the bright side. Please keep us updated. I see Adhesiveness 248. Any of you receive results final assessment? Okay. Master Fit says, I haven't received email results from. Did you get your results? I see Adhesive says 428. I got mine yesterday for round 2 of psychometric test. Mood Specialist 4292 says, hello, may I ask if you have taken the exam? Is this a process with the payment? Follow your IG and Facebook. They are also quite active. I see Adhesive 428 says, Still contemplating if I'll pay to take exams, cause if you fail the second psychometric, that's a $300 non-refundable payment. Also, I checked the psychometric test for cadets. It's a bit academic than psychological. Oh, Master Fit says, oh, I haven't received my emails from them. May I ask what is the exact email subject? Okay, Entire Magazine says, how was the final assessment? Did you pass? Master Fitz, no. Apparently, out of 100 applicants who passed, well, it's not actually 100, it's actually thousands, who passed the second assessment with $300 payment, only 3 or 4. Well, this is not true. It's not 3 or 4. It's about those who survived this payment. It's about 115, but 115 or something like that, or 130. But still 100 people though. But after that, the finals, that's the part where they only selected 2 people. So yeah, overall the survival rate isn't very good. So, Entire Magazine 3, are those hundreds of applicants who passed the second assessment attended the selection process in Marco Polo Manila, or sinabi lang nila pasado sila pero di napinta ang selection phase? Oh, I forgot, among hundreds of applicants, I think 20-30 passed on the second assessment. They went to Marco Polo for the final assessment. Then only less than 5 or 10 really went to Sheshya. Not sure they didn't even reach 10, but in reality it's not 5 out of 10. It's actually 2 people. So there are more replies to this. I forgot, among hundreds. 5. Also, mostly ang kinuha nila is experience already. They said they give chances to youths, but in reality, they only took those who have given prior knowledge in the industry. It's just a waste of time for 600 who paid. There are 100 who paid 300 at time, and only 5 got in. It's not actually 5, it's only 2. It's like we provided the budget for all these people. What can I say? It's really unfair. Okay, Master Fit says here on his comments, I'm just gonna let David read this out for me.
I'll never forget that because I know in my heart I did all my best to prepare and answer the second psychometric test.
Alright.
I did everything for the recorded interview question.
Right.
And I even borrowed $300 from a friend and had to pay it for 4 monthly installment, LOL. I was so broke that time, but I guess it was my fault for believing such crap.
Oh. Okay. Entire Magazine 507 says, oh, guess, oo nga, I've heard that na hindi hundreds ang nag-take ng second, but thousands. Yes, this is more of like yeah, this is also the thing I was saying on my previous videos. It's thousands. They might even make some communities on FB. Gagi, most of the the GCs walang nakapasa. Doon sa mga nakapunta ng SHEC, lahat sila graduate ng college, and yes, may mga aviation experience na. But actually, it's only 2 people. Yung isa pa nga is teacher by profession. By the way, the application is open again, and nagmukhang satire yung page nila sa FB kasi madaming haha reaction sa mga post nila. Oh, this was 8 days ago, and this one was 21 days ago. Okay, this is interesting. This is updated. I don't know if Filipinos will still buy their 100% sponsorship modus bullshit, but based on sa comments of their every post, may mga nag-disclose na mayroong $300 payment. Ewan ko na lang. Ang ironic kasi target nila is poor families, pero ang kinuha nila ay yung upper middle class na may pera lamang talaga. So it's flying. So it's just so evil, pare. Ha ha ha, nag-comment ako sa page nila, tinadtad ko ng comments, don't fall for that bullshit. Okay, that was 8 days ago. Entire Magazine says, true, 16,000 is a lot. Pang-invest na lang habang nag-aaral, pare. Madami pang legit and legal helping opportunities dyan for us. Hindi yung hindi ka manghihinayang if may gagastusin ka or maggamit at nararamdaman mo na yung mapagastos mo for unreal. Unlike sa online exam dyan na worth 16K, super lugi, bro. Waiting pa din now for Cebu Pack. Fly now, pay later nila. May bayad din daw doon, like 20K ata or less. Pero pupunta ka ng Cebu Pack para try ng plane simulator and mag-exam ng face-to-face. Basta madaming activities, bro. Like you get the most of your payment through experiences talaga. Okay, so they're making comparisons again. But yeah, they do have their points with that. I'm one of their cadets. Filipino program is legit. They provided everything for us. No call 615. Oh, I guess this guy is one of the two guys. Sir, ilang kayo nakapasa? Are they accepting students? Okay, there's no reply for this one. Yeah, there was no reply, I think. Are they accepting students like studying pa lang based on the pictures in the ask? The program mag-graduate college or nakapasa from batch 1? No call 615. They accept at least high school graduate. Okay. Entire magazine says 507. What about the current students? Are they accepting? Rujas was wow, newly registered Redditors replying to each other. Maybe the same person. Wag kayong okay. So Rujas Mayor is this was 22 days ago though. Yeah, 22 days ago. So this one's 7 days ago. So Dimars 21 days ago. Hi po, ilan po ang kinuha? Magkano po ang lahat na paggastos? I'm your fish 20 days ago. Hello po, based lang po sa observation ko, wag na ka po kayo mag-avail. Masyado po siyang sketchy kasi 15k po ang ibabayad tapos di pa sure kung makapasa and yung credentials po nila ay may mga gaps. Okay, wow. 2D Mars, 19 days ago. Yeah, based sa mga comments, mukhang yung mga nag-apply din ang magpapanda sa mapili. Oh, okay. So these comments are not, these are comments from Redditors. Okay, busy inevitable. May hate messages nga sa akin yung isang trainee sa program nila. Eh, nag-react ako sa post niya. Laugh out loud. Ang fragile ng ego. Baka may something wrong po sa program kaya ganon. Oh well, yeah, this is what I observed on one chat room. He's kinda harassing one guy. One guy there out of those two graduates has an ego problem, but I'm not gonna go delve into the details because like I said, I am not the one noticing it. This one, other Reddit users are also noticing it. So yeah, that corroborates. I thought I was just the only one who's having that kind of impression on him. Anyway, it's whether he's he has an ego problem or not, it is basically irrelevant. What we're talking here is on the program, not on the scholars, the program itself. So whether he's a bad guy, it does not concern, or has an ego problem, it does not concern, to be honest, and it's irrelevant. So busy Neville, my hate message, oh yeah, I've already said this one. 2D Mars, 1 day ago, red flag din kasi I'm sure yung dalawang piloto na nakagraduate sa program ay nakabond sa kanila, kaya bakit pa kailangan maglabas ng pera kung after naman ng training magpapakinabangan din naman sila. Oh, well, that's just some serious accusations para mapagsamantala yung mga Pilipino kasi alam nila na marami ang may mangarap maging piloto. Inevitable 3382, agree, plus Pilipinas lang talaga yung may target nila kasi madaming ang hopefuls na gustong maging piloto dito. Ginatasan lang talaga mga Pinoy. Meron nga gumawa ng sub para dyan na sabi daw legit. Check nyo sa comment section ko. Nagbigay naman sila evidences pero 20% evidence, 80% panlalait. Mas okay pa siguro i-invest na lang yung iba 15k. Yeah, this is one thing that I'm also concerned with, to be honest, because if it's saying that they're around they're around nationalities, how come we don't see Malaysians and Indonesians, right? I mean, they say they're claiming that there's some Malaysians before, but there's no substan. I mean, if something is that important, it's very suspicious that they don't have any documentation on it, or at least propaganda videos. And after the Filipinos, you don't see any Indonesians or Malaysians after the Filipinos here on the 2-year gap. But anyway, like I said, that is on my own personal opinion, and this is the opinion coming from Reddit. So anyway, we're finished on page 3. We're going on to page 4. Okay. Okay, this is actually busy inevitable. Oh crap. Alright, this comes from busy inevitable 3382 replying to 2D Mars. Agree. Oh, this was, I think, other comments. Yeah, I've already mentioned this one. Our students, Philippines, pagod na ako kay grade 12 pa lang graduating na. Okay, this is not related. So, but our CADETPILOTAERO says here, busy inevitable. Why so aggressive? Laugh out loud. Have I hurt your little ego? I'm just saying there is no transparency in that program. Okay, no call. We'll just basically let this one on. It has only one post and one comment. So anyway, why so aggressive? I have hurt your little ego. Okay, I'll just let David read this one because this is a long. Oh, God. Great. Just give me a saying here. Wait. Okay, okay, we'll just, since we've already dealt with this one, this is a long conversation. Oh, what's this? Who's this guy? I have no idea what this guy is. Okay, let's just read this one. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. Let me check this out.
Spare me the crap. I'm not saying they should show all their stories.
Right.
I'm saying, why aren't they showing the batch 1 as a whole in a single post saying congrats to the batch 1 of applicants?
Alright.
It could prove their legitimacy and is a good marketing.
Right.
Instead we just get a portion of the batch, which could just be a front for all we know. Again, I could be wrong and I'd gladly own to that. You don't have to be in a hole and target me saying I will reach nothing. I'm sorry if that hurts your organization, or program, or maybe your feelings, but that's what I see. And that's what the public sees. That's all I'm saying. Such.
Okay, Right, okay, no call 615. What is this? Alright, let's check this out.
You are so entitled and you are too much claiming. All you can say are just from Ox. You better say facts, because one day comes a person who can file a legal case against you and bust your ass.
Right.
And not just you could be wrong, you are real wrong, and you can't just accept the legitimacy of the company. All you have are speculations. I'm betting you cannot even show a proof of your allegations.
Oh, okay.
Crap.
Wait, okay. Right, we'll just make this one. Okay. Right,
I'm not even her. It's you who came to my post, and I don't give a fuck about telling the truth, unlike you who just didn't pass, so this is what you do.
Alright.
Shame on you, little boy. We all know what you are feeling, but you are just the one who can't even show a face, because inside and out you are ugly.
Alright. Okay, he also mentioned some particular name here. Your English is so Philip Terence de Guzman. Don't worry, well, you will be sued. Okay. Let's just read this out. This is interesting.
And your English is so Philip Terence de Guzman.
Yeah.
Don't worry, one day you will be sued by the company you are against too. That's not what the public sees.
Right.
That's what you see, and you are only trying to brainwash them because you have nothing but an ugly face hidden in a mask. I don't care. Later on you will see how good their company is.
Alright, so who's this guy? Philip Terence de Guzman. Maybe some, I don't know. Maybe some, guy they got with. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna delve into that because that's a privacy information. We might get flack for that. So, okay. Right, so busy inevitable is why does it always okay, why so aggressive? Removed. May mga hate messages sa akin train program nag-react dun sa post niya, ang fragile ng ego. Okay, we already read that. May pinuntahan kaming bilyaran pero di ko alam saan. May pick ako ng internal okay, this is not related. This is something with billiards. Okay, right. Okay, interesting. They're even mentioning names here. I think that is very concerning. Alright, I guess there's nothing to see here, so that leads us on the last part. Is CADETPILOT a legit organization? Well, I think we've already read this part. Okay, so we'll just skip that one. We'll just skip this one as well. Okay, so this one came from grabstop.net. Yeah. So, This is the website, gustav.net, CADETPILOTAERO review.com. So, Cadet Pilot Aero Review, a scam or dream come true. So, table of contents. This is basically, oh god, what the hell is this? Table of contents. Okay, I can't copy this one for some reason. I have no idea. Just give me a second. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm just gonna read this out. If you ever heard dream of becoming an airline pilot, you might come across CADETPILOT.AERO, a platform that claims to offer fully good sponsored cadet pilot training program. Sounds good to be true, right? Well, in this article, we will take a closer look at CADETPILOT.AERO and we will see if it's a legit opportunity or a scam. We will also share some reviews, complaints from real users who have tried to apply for the program. Okay, well, that is interesting. I think on that last part, yeah. Well, anyway, let's just continue. What is CADETPILOT.AERO? CADETPILOT.AERO is a website that markets 24-month training course students from 0 flight hours to obtain their airline transport pilot license (ATPL). Trainees complete modular training at partner schools in Europe and Philippines. Upon completion, graduates receive guaranteed job placements with a partnered airline. The best part of the program is fully sponsored, meaning that you don't have to pay anything for the training, accommodation, or travel expense. All you need to do is a high school diploma, a valid passport, and a passion for flying. Sounds like a dream come true, right? So how does CADETPILOT.AERO work? CADETPILOT.AERO works as follows. You apply online by filling up application form, uploading your documents. You take an online assessment that tests your aptitude, personality, and English skills. You get invited for an interview and a simulator session at one partner schools. You sign a contract with CADETPILOT.AERO and a partner airline, agreeing to work for them for a minimum of 5 years after graduation. You start your training, which consists of 3 phases: ground school, flight training, and type rating. Yeah, this is typical. You graduate with an ATPL and join the partner airline as first officer. Okay, sounds pretty basic. Standard ladder. Is Cadet Pilot legit or a scam? CADETPILOT.AERO sounds like an amazing opportunity for aspiring pilots, but is it a legit or scam? Well, based on our research, we have found some red flags that make us doubt the credibility and legitimacy of CADETPILOT.AERO. Here are some of them. Okay, so this is red flag tagging. The website is poorly designed and has many grammatical and spelling errors. The website does not provide any information about the company's history, team, or location. The website does not have any social media presence or contact details except for an email address. The website does not have any testimonials or such success stories from previous or current trainees. The website does not have any accreditation or certification from any aviation authority or organization. The website does not have any reviews or ratings from any trusted sources such as Trustpilot, Scam Advisor, or Reddit. Well, we just went to Reddit. The website does not have any proof or evidence of partnered airlines or flight schools that they claim to work with. Okay. The website does not have any terms and conditions, privacy policy, or return policy. The website does not have any transparency or accountability regarding the selection process, training curriculum, or a job placement. All these red flags indicate Cadet Pilot is not a legit or trustworthy platform, but rather a scam that tries to lure unsuspecting people with false promises and unrealistic expectations. Therefore, we advise you to stay from CADETPILOT.AERO and look for other reputable and reliable options for your pilot training. What are some reviews and complaints of CADETPILOT.AERO? Okay, we have searched the internet for some reviews and complaints about CADETPILOT.AERO, but we have not found any positive or neutral ones. All the reviews and complaints that we have found are negative and warn others about the scam. Here are some examples. CADETPILOT.AERO is a scam. They ask you to pay a deposit of $500 to secure a spot, but then they disappear and never reply to your emails or calls. They also use fake names and photos in their website. Don't fall for it. Okay. CADETPILOT.AERO is a fraud. They claim to have partnerships with airlines and flight schools, but they don't. They also claim to have a 100% success rate, but they don't. They just take your money and run. Stay away from them. Oh, okay. CADETPILOT.AERO is a hoax. They offer a fully sponsored program, but they don't. They make you sign a contract that binds you to work for them for 5 years, but they don't. They just use you as a cheap labor and exploit you. Avoid them at all costs. Okay, well, this is interesting. Well, of course, this is coming from a website. You can see it on mynetgroupstuff.net, and the author of it is Henry. So, of course, it's an anonymous source. They're not showing up their names, of course, due to privacy reasons. So how much does Cadet Pilot Air cost? The Cadet Pilot claims to be fully sponsored, meaning you don't have to pay anything for the training, accommodation, or travel expenses. However, this is not true. Cadet Pilot asks you to pay a deposit of $500 to secure your spot, and then ask you to pay more fees along the way. They also make you sign a contract that obliges you to work for them for 5 years, and if you break the contract, you will have to pay a penalty of $50,000. Wow, they're even more detailed here. Okay, wow. How long does CADETPILOT.AERO take? CADETPILOT.AERO claims to take 24 months to complete the training and obtain ATPL. However, this is not true. CADETPILOT.AERO does not have a structured or standardized training curriculum, and they do not have qualified or experienced instructors. They also do not have enough aircraft or simulators to provide adequate flight hours. Therefore, the training can take much longer than 24 hours, or it can be incomplete or inadequate. How can I apply for CADETPILOT.AERO? You can apply for CADETPILOT.AERO by filling out an online form and uploading your documents on their website. However, we strongly advise you not to apply for CADETPILOT.AERO, as it is a scam that will waste your time, money, and energy. Instead, we recommend you to look for reputable and reliable options for the pilot training, such as Lufthansa Group European Flight Academy, a leading prestigious, this is actually German, yeah, I've heard of this, guys. A leading prestigious flight academy that offers various cadet pilot programs for different airlines, such as Lufthansa, Swiss Austrian, Brussels, and Eurowings. These programs are fully integrated and comprehensive. They provide high-quality training and job placements. The programs are not fully sponsored, but they offer financing options and scholarship. CAE Oxford Aviation Academy, a global renowned flight academy that offers various cadet pilot programs for different airlines, such as Ryanair, EasyJet, Violeta, AirAsia, Jetstar. The programs are modular and flexible and provide professional training and job placements. The programs are not fully sponsored, but they offer financial options and scholarship. Airbus Pilot Cadet Training Program, a new and innovative flight academy that offers a cadet pilot program for aspiring pilots who want to join Airbus as an officer. The program is co-developed with ENAC, a leading aviation university in France, and provides a state-of-the-art training and job placement. The program is not fully sponsored, but it also offers financing options and scholarships. Okay. Now, of course, I'm just reading out what was read on this website. I am not or did not in any way make this comment. So, like I said, I am just reading this out. So, I hope you take this in well, anyway, this is all accusations and rumors. Anyway, let's just read, because this is something that they exactly pointed out here. All of the red flags here, exactly. But anyway, let's continue. Conclusion: CADETPILOT.AERO is not a legit or trustworthy platform, but rather a scam that tries to lure unsuspecting people with false promises and unrealistic expectations. CADETPILOT.AERO does not have any credibility, legitimacy, or transparency, and it does not provide any quality, value, or benefit to its users. Therefore, we advise you to stay away from CADETPILOT.AERO and look for other reputable, reliable options for your pilot training. We hope this article has helped you to make informed decisions and avoid falling for the scam. Thank you very much and happy flying. So this was the made by Gustav.net, which is made by Henry. We'll better keep that a confidentiality who Henry is. Of course, we're not here to mention any names, of course, like what happened last time. Some guy mentioned some name. I'll probably have to research that guy's name later on, because this is a serious offense. Actually, they're kind of leaking out private information. I'm not sure what is the case here, but that's a serious breach of privacy data. Data breach. I'm not familiar with that, of course. I'm not a lawyer, but that's a serious case of data breach, to be honest. They leak it out of name of a person. And I don't know what to say about that, on what happened on we read on that Reddit, but that is definitely very concerning. But like I said, we dug in on the deep hole or the rabbit hole, so we expect some horrors to pop up along the way. But that is very concerning, to be honest, and especially this one, groovestub.net. Anyway, like I said, I'm just here to read the comments. I'm not here to make one. So you can kindly click on this website or any other websites that you see. They're kind of free here. I think my video here is clear enough to see the details. So anyway, have a great day, everyone, and see you again on our next no video. So bye bye for now. Bye bye. I hope this enlightens you.